A new housing development has gone up right next door to the Wildwood Cultural Center. But these houses aren't for people, they're for fairies. The Wildwood Garden Club created the Fairy Garden that features whimsical miniature houses donated by the Little White Barn Company of Menor.
Adam New had come and he did a program for us, and he told us all about the houses he makes, and he donated 8 of the houses for us.
The donation to Wildwood came after the Little White Barn Company owner had a chance meeting with Economic Development Director Ron Traub.
I had shared with them some information about the city of Ann Arbor had done a project called the Fairy Village of Ann Arbor. And one thing led to another. I shared some pictures, and here we are. Now we're doing it in our own hometown.
I was intrigued by that, particularly when Adam indicated the amount of visitation that this fairy village had gotten in Ann Arbor, and began conversations with the garden club, and were able to put together a project.
The Little White Barn Company began 7 years ago in Adam New's garage. They've since expanded to a showroom and manufacturing space at 7165 Center Street.
It's really been an interesting little journey, from 2 little desks in our garage to now making them here in Menor and shipping them all over the country.
The fairy houses are made of a unique stone material that was created to withstand Ohio's varied temperatures.
It's a 13-week process from start to finish. So the houses go through starting from these raw materials into a finished house over a 13-week period, and it's neat to see how that's all done. It's all hand done.
Adam and his wife Julie design and make all the houses, right down to adding the little handmade doors and hinges. They're thrilled to have the houses displayed in their hometown.
They're very whimsical, and we really just, we love having an opportunity to have our product shown, and have people enjoy it.
This little girl comes up and she says, "Oh, what are those little houses and who lives in those?" And I said, "Well, we have little fairies that are going to be living in those." And she said, "Well, what's a fairy?" And I said, "Well, a fairy is like a little creature that used to live in the woods, and they have little wings, and they come, and sometimes they create magic, sometimes they're mischief, and they get into trouble, and they're kind of lazy, so sometimes they have nowhere to live. So we decided to make a little village for them right here on the grounds of the Wildwood Garden Center." And she said, "Well, how do I see a little fairy?" I said to her, "Well, you got to be up really early, or you got to come kind of late when the dusk is starting to set and the sun is going down. But you know what? You're never going to see one unless you absolutely believe in them."
The ladies of the Garden Club are already busy planning additions to the new fairy garden.
This is really a garden in progress. So we have some time, and as time goes on, it's going to be absolutely phenomenal.
Pay a visit to the new Wildwood Fairy Garden, located just behind the Manor House, near the edge of the woods, and who knows, if you look real hard, you may just see a fairy or two.